Ooh, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is episode 14 of Seabridge, and we're not going to be building anything in this episode. We're just going to be flying around and sort of exploring what we have and trying to give you guys a detailed walkthrough of everything that there is to see so far. Now, there is quite a bit, so with this episode, might be pretty long, not sure, but just thought I'd give myself a break from building for this episode and just kind of walk around, kind of tell you guys the lore. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of give you the lore behind it, the reason behind this city, why it's here, what's going on. So first of all, the reason why this is here, why this island, why is it here? Why is it so developed, and why is there a temple? Why is there going to be a castle in a rich district, and why is there a port? Well, the story is that this is a island between two continents, the continents of Arnon and Aberthon, I think. I forget what the other continent is, but anyway, Aberthon, I think that's what the continent is called, is owned by the Empire, which is a very economically sound entity that rules most of the land, and they are set on conquering and basically human dominance across the world. And then Arnon is a world full of creatures and weird things that are that make people scared, basically. So just think of elves and dwarves and just weird creatures, goblins. That's the land over there where, think of Middle Earth, but that's Arnon. And anyway, the Empire is spreading their wings, and they found this other continent of Arnon, and so they're sending these massive warships across the sea to go conquer this land, Arnon. And in between, they have built this massive undertaking of a city, which is called Seabridge, which is the bridge between these two lands. It is the trade port and nexus that flows the economy of the Empire between those two continents, as the trade would be quite immense, by slaves, by natural resources found that is over on Arnon that is not on Aberthon, or different things that just really would benefit the Empire. And so the Empire is based out has a very large presence here in the city of Seabridge, and also they portray their faith here. And then the Empire is very focused on their faith, which is the Undying faith. Basically, it's along the lines of the Westeros faith, where you have the different gods. You have, in this instance, you have 8 gods. You have Bentis, the merchant. You have Laris, the maiden. You have Herelia, the mountain, Otar, the warrior, Udona, the shadow, and Victorum, the kraken, and then you have Xanthos, the god of gods. And this is the inside of the temple so far. It is not finished. It's just well lit. Just really wanted to see what it would look like towards the end. I still need to finish this chandelier, as you can see. And there's going to be a lot of rooms throughout this castle. As you can see, I've kind of planned it out, trying to get things kind of sorted out, and it's starting to look pretty nice. And then out here is the courtyard for the temple. But anyway, back to the lore behind this. The temple is basically, this nexus of the faith for the island here. And also, this is Shorefus, the god of death in the underworld. But yeah, the Temple of the Undying Faith, as we can see, we're going to kind of fly around it. And if you guys look up pictures of Mont Saint Michael, at this angle here, it kind of looks like it. And it wasn't intended, but I really like how it did turn out kind of like that, because I really love Mont Saint Michael. But anyway, we're going to keep going on. So yeah, as you can see, there's lots of trade going through here. And the center of this trading ring is what's called the Southern Expanse Trading Company. And that's what this is here. This is sort of like the headquarters, sort of like the big head honcho's office. This is probably just going to be a medium office. And then up at the castle is going to be a large guild hall, or maybe even here, a large guild hall. And that's what the blue flag represents, is this trading company. So basically, the empire and this trading company are basically lean on each other in order to function correctly. For example, the trading company leans on the empire in order to gain its goods and basically further its reach. And the empire depends on the trading company in order for its economy and its inner wealth. So think of like the Illuminati or the Freemasons. Think of something along the lines of like a secret society that's just like heavily, it's super rich. Like think of on like Mass Effect, you have the I forget it's like the human supremacy group that that tries to boost human supremacy in the galaxy. I forget what that's called. Cerberus, yes. But yeah, just think of something like that for those of you that have played Mass Effect. But anyway, that is what that is, and so yeah, the lore is that so far. Is there anything else I'm missing? But yeah, there's a mafia underground, and that's part of this trading guild, and they're just this massive underground sort of semi-criminal network that the empire depends on. So also Seabridge is part is very defensible. There's going to be a large castle on these group of islands. The archipelago is going to go all the way around here. Let me go ahead and show you guys the map. This is the map right here, and this is where we're at. You can see my face there. This is going to be the islands, and there's going to be some big islands going up along here to about here. And this is where there's going to be more docks along here, more docks, and then there's the docks there. There's going to be lots of ships, and I might even have ships along the outside as well. There's going to be a lot of additions, a lot of new things, a lot of cool things. And like I said, the archipelago is going to reach around here, and it's going to be something along the lines of Castle Pike, but it's going to be a lot more intense, should I say. It's going to look a lot more Seabridgey than what the Castle Pike that you guys are probably more aware of. But it's going to be very intricately designed and imperial designed or imperial style in nature. So, but yeah, the trade here is bustling. Their food source basically is all imported, as an island should be. All of this is going to be changed into part of the city. It's definitely going to make it look a lot better, in my opinion, because right now those just like gardens compared to what we have built so far. So this is going to add a whole nother district into our build here. And I'm probably going to build a large guild hall here, because a lot of you have been wanting me to build a guild hall, and I think I'll finally be able to do something there along those lines. Also, we have the barracks here, which is the Imperial Barracks, where a legion of 120 Imperial Legionnaires are stationed, and they basically protect the island, and they're the fear factor. And there's also going to be a lot of like defense also. Like obviously this island would also have a full contingent of its own soldiers, and they're all going to be in the castle. So basically local soldiers. And there's going to be the poor districts. So think of something like Lake Town. Basically a city on stilts is going to be out here, between the walls and the docks, and also going all the way around these, as you can see, these kind of like man-made, what do you call it, sandbars? Yeah, sandbars around the outside. So yeah, there's so much to do. But anyway, that's about the lore. I think that's pretty much explains it. And now we can go ahead and get into kind of exploring this thing. Now you will see that I have ballistas around. These are defensive features. Basically, they would have flaming arrows. This one doesn't have any arrows next to it. Whoops. We'll go over to this one. Yeah, this one has arrows right here. Basically, the arrows would be have like an oil kind of tip, like a little like pot of oil at the tip, and then they would set it on fire and launch that at incoming ships. And that is how they would protect themselves. And I'm going to have some more of those ballistas throughout around the walls, and eventually look nice. So also what we have here is a stable. And so even though most of the island's resources are imported, I thought it would be really nice to have like a little bit of a green area. The last green area on the island where basically, they would have, You know, if they had brought horses to the island, the horses would be here. But mainly cows, cattle, and pigs would be in this area to, you know, graze and grow and become big and strong so that the butcher can have at them. And then this here is the butcher. And this is where people would come and get their meat because everybody likes meat. And there's probably going, I don't know, there might be more butchers than this eventually throughout the build. But that is what we have so far. Now we also have a blacksmith here. I'm definitely going to have more blacksmiths. I already have another blacksmith, which I'll get to eventually. But yeah, this is the another blacksmith here. I don't think I've named it, but yeah, this is a blacksmith. We actually did this in one of our previous videos. So if you're going to watch how to do that, go through my previous Seabridge episodes and you can watch how I did the interior. Now we also have a Baron's Inn and Chow. So this is one of the taverns. There is another. Well, this is an inn. Sorry. This is one of the inns. There's going to be many more inns throughout the town, not to mention brothels and stuff. I only have one other brothel. Well, also we need natural water sources, and so, or not natural, but we need to have water sources, and so we have so far 2 wells, 2 big wells. We have other wells throughout, but yeah, this is one of the larger wells, and this is where people would come and draw their water. Obviously, they would need water to drink, and yeah, so there's one. Now this is the marshal's house. There's also a small little prison underneath. Let me get, there we go, light. I'm not actually going to go in there, but there's prison cells underneath this. And then right here is where the marshal would collect taxes. And there would be other tax collectors throughout the town as well. But as you can see, this is the main gate in here. And so, yeah, this would be one of the main places for tax collectors. And also you can see I have these little drainage things throughout just to get some water out of the city. Now here is the Imperial Garrison Liaison Commissioner, and he is Lord Commander Lectorus Meriartis, and he is the one that looks over the doings of the legions, of the legionnaires while they're on the island, and he prepares contracts, say if like shipping, or like, you know, say if they're trying to, or they need to escort something from a warehouse to a ship, they would come and commission the legionnaires, or they would, you know, basically the legionnaires here to protect things to the best they can, and you know, it's kind of like that. Now here is a Sailmaker. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a place where they make sails. Now it's a little odd in here. It's kind of the best I could do. I have kind of like a loom over here, so just think of this as just like a whole bunch of lights together. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on CUDA shaders because the lighting is so much better on the inside walking around. So yeah, this is the Sailmaker, and this is what they would do here, and that's the sail. Basically this is where they would spin all the cloth up into one big roll, and they would cut little pieces off, they put little pieces on, and then they would unroll it and cut like a huge piece off, and then that would be the sail. Yeah, the atmosphere of this build, I love like this road here. Really turned out pretty good. So that's still the tavern there. This here is the Cooper. This is where they make barrels, and so I have lots of places for where they can make some barrels in here. It's kind of the best I could do. There's really not much you can do unless if like there's specific blocks for that purpose. Now here is Peterson's Backstreet Cobbler, shoes and goods. And so this is where he would make some shoes. You got some shoes on the wall there, and you got like a little scale where people come in. You got some leather sitting out here, etc. And this is where our cobbler would make some leather shoes. And we have one of our bakeries here. I don't think I have a name for this bakery, but we do have a bakery here. We got ourselves a winery. Now if you guys want to see me make this, you guys can just go back in my video series and check that out. So yeah, I try to have a good bit of content in the episodes, but like I said, for this one I just kind of want to walk through and give you guys more of an idea, and as in-depth of a tour as I can in 20 minutes. I don't want to go over 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Here is George Flanagan's Fletcher. I thought it'd be a good idea to have a Fletcher because bows would be a pretty important part of this build, and arrows are definitely very important if you want to shoot your bows at anything. So this here is one of our carpenters. There's going to be another carpenter, I'm pretty sure, because carpenters are a pretty huge thing in an island like this, because or not an island, but a city in general, because a lot of people would need wood carvings, furniture, wheels, you know, you name it. A carpenter would pretty much be a handyman and could do pretty much anything in that regard. Now this here is a shingler because there's so many houses with shingles, and this is like an export. So they would import the clay, and as we can see here, we got a big pile of clay here. Maybe even they would harvest it from the seabed or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is their kiln where they would basically stack all of their shingles into one place, and then that's how they would harden the shingles and make them into shingles, the end product. And then we're going to continue over here. We got a candlemaker, a very rich candlemaker, because candlemakers are typically very rich. We're not going to go in there, but you guys get the idea. This is the trading guild. That's the headquarters. We got a vineyard over here. The vineyards, like, this is a very high priced piece of land. Basically everyone would want this because this is basically housing space, and that's what they would want to do with it. But the winery is very, very well known, or very what do you call it, it's very wealthy. There we go. Luxurious. It lives in luxury. I don't know. Anyway, the owner lives there and then he works there, etc. We got a lot of houses through here. There's really nothing through here. We got a chapel here. There is a secret little underground portion here. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just go do it really quick. I just want to get through here really quick because I don't want to. When we get down there, we're just going to do /top because I don't want to explore through this all again. So we'll just kind of float through here. Good, it's already open. We'll head down here. And then boom, this is the underground portion. This is the secret shrine to Victorm the Kraken. And it's kind of like a little underground cylinder shaped underground hall thing. Anyway, we're going to do /top. Get out of there because I don't feel like going all the way back out. So this here is the town square. This is where some major things would happen. Whoever's like wants to do a speech can go up here and then speak, and people can crowd all down the roads and down this square here. And this is sort of like the centralized section of the city. Now there's no market here. The market would be on the outside of the walls, and that's where all the goods would be sold. But there's also, like, you know, this is just like a pretty place to be, kind of. Just kind of meet, talk, all that good stuff. Now this goes underground. I don't want to explore underground with you guys. There's really nothing down there except for long corridors that aren't finished, so we don't really need to worry about that. This here back, yeah, we'll just go down here first. Sorry. This here is a labor guild, East Empire Labor Guild. It's actually the Southern Expanse. Actually, you know, we'll just do East Empire Labor Guild, and then somehow that connects to the Southern Expanse Trading Guild. And then this is what they do here. That biome's all screwed up there, but you know, honestly, I don't care. I'm tired of biomes. And then above this is apartments for people to live in. And then we keep going down here, and this is the apothecary. This is where people live, not live, but this is where people that are sick, this is where they come. And they also have a surgery room upstairs and all that stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, as we walk through the build, we got gates. It's a very defensible, it's almost like a burg. Like I said before in a previous video, this is pretty much a burg. A burg is basically a defensible town, city, whatever. And yeah, this definitely has turned into a defensible place. So we head up this way, and on our right here is the orphanage. This is where all the kids of the city come. They have like a little schoolroom down here, and they got a little chalkboard. I wish we had like little white lines that we could have like run across that, but whatever. Then over here we have ourselves the theater, because I thought it'd be a really cool idea to have a stage and a theater kind of thing, because I was really inspired by The Witcher, and while I was streaming, somebody suggested this, and I really liked the idea of having an outdoor theater. I think it's called an amphitheater, but I think amphitheaters are half moon shaped, so I don't know what this would be. It's probably just an outdoor theater. But yeah, that's what we did. Really wanted to do that. We got some food shacks out here to get some snacks to the people that want to watch the shows. Here we got a warehouse, a small little warehouse to store everything. And then this here is the wall that will be surrounding the rich quarter of the city. This will all be large houses in here, all the way up the hill here. And it's going to be just, you know, basically just a rich city is going to be all built along here. So yes, we got 2 gates in, And then we got the windmill up there. Honestly, since we're moving the fields, I don't know why we have any windmill, but anyway, it's still there, just in case they need a mill. But we're going to continue going down this way. And this is the Nether Bakery. This is the Bake-A-Cake Back Alley Baker. And this is where more bakery stuff is. So yeah, I like that bakery. It is really nice. I forgot to show you guys the brothel. A lot of you guys want to see the brothel. But anyway, this is the Barney Storehouse. I will do my best not to forget. But anyway, that's the Barney Storehouse. Go around here. This is I decided that in my build that I wanted like sort of like an education system. So I added in a schoolmaster's house. This is where the schoolmaster and his kids would be. And then this here is where the school will be. Now I will make it gender specific. I will have like boys in one area and girls in the other, but I do want to have an education system in the city for the people that can afford it. And also it would be run by like nuns and stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. Now this here is probably, yeah, it's one of the biggest structures in the city. This is the Gilded Lantern, the basically the largest tavern in the town. There's a lot of rooms in it. There's a lot of space, and I love the bell tower, how that turned out. It really turned out pretty good. And but yeah, this is the Gilded Lantern. I really wanted to have sort of like this towering sort of tavern just to bring things together, and I really like how it turned out. Kind of like a fortress, like people were saying in the stream. But we got like lots of space in here, more space upstairs. But we aren't going to go into that because there's really no need to. Right next to it is going to be the bank. Once I finish it, we go up here. We got a cheese maker in here, so they would bring all the milk in here. Sorry, excuse me. And all the cheese would be aged down here. So as you can see, we just got a lot of cheese. And then we got the secret, all hail the immortal cheese. And then the cheese is there. So just thought it'd be a little funny. I don't know. Ha ha ha. So we're going to head out this way. And we got a barber in here. Still need to work on the barber some, though. What else could I add into the barber, guys? Like, when you put in your comments, don't just say add this. Like, say add this to your barber shop. You know, stuff like that. So I know specifically, because I kind of forget sometimes what I'm talking about in the video. So don't forget to be specific. We got a little masonry over here, because we got a lot of stone that needs to be cut down into bricks. And then we have ourselves an alchemist in here. This is where they would make all the potions and stuff. And I'm trying to add that sort of mystical feel into the town. So now we're gonna go see the brothel really quick. Also, we have a painter's house, and this is also dedicated to Helicopter Helen. So Augustius, since you are my other supporter, Humble Abode of Helicopter Helen, paints things. But anyway, for those that do support me with $20 or more, I do provide them with a house. It's my little way of rewarding them. And also I give them a house, and also I let them come and visit Seabridge while I am on. When I'm streaming is when I would let them on. But yeah, Augustius, you know who you are. Go ahead and comment below and tell me what house you want or what building you want, or you can come on and pick yourself at some point. But yeah, definitely you need to come over sometime, because Augustius definitely supported me as well, and definitely want to say thank you to him. And it's just a little way that I can say thank you. Yes, the brothel. We're gonna go over here because people are like so excited about the brothel, and you know, it's kind of funny that that's how it is, but it is. But anyway, we've got a little eating and drinking area here just to sort of soften up the man's senses. And then as they go down into the depths of the dungeon, they go into this sort of like showroom. You have the women standing in there, and they kind of line up and show themselves to the men as they want or desire. And then enough is said as you just look into these little rooms here. Yeah, nothing else has to be said. I'm just going to kind of quickly go through it. Now, it is important for a build like this to have kind of this kind of thing, because especially it being a sailor town, you know, it's just how it was. You know, the entertainment was there, and it's kind of sad. I mean, people always, you know, come along with the argument as long as it's not forced, but still, it's kind of sad in the long run that that's how it is. But yeah, it's just how nature runs. But anyway, I think we kind of gave you guys a pretty good tour. I didn't show you through this though. I guess I can do that really quick. Just little details on the outside. Like I have a little like fortune teller here, little fortune teller tent. It's a little odd there. If you guys have a better idea for what I could do with that, let me know for the fortune teller's tent. And then in here is like a little place to be. And then you got the tavern here. Inn. It's an inn. You need to stop saying tavern. I always say tavern, but it is a tavern, but it's an inn too. So it's more an inn than a tavern, because an inn is a tavern, except an inn has rooms. So, yes, I think that is pretty much it. We kind of gotten a good tour through this. I've kind of talked to you guys a good bit. I feel like you guys are well informed, and my plans for the future are pretty straightforward. Like I said, this is all that's going to be the middle class portion, phase 1. Phase 2 is all out here, which is going to be the low class and poor people. Same thing out with phase 4 is going to be all the poor stuff. We're going to have a shipwright. We're going to have a coliseum kind of thing. All kinds of poor houses all along there. Docks all along here, etc. You know, you guys get the idea. And then the rich quarter and the castle there. And ships all around and such. So, but yeah, there's so much to do. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. A lot of you have been very uplifting and letting me know that your support, and it's been really helpful. But again, I'm sorry that this video has taken this long. 26 minutes is a bit long. It's going to be a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. And I really look forward to doing more of this with you guys. And if you guys like this video, please like. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe. That is awesome. And don't forget that I have a Facebook and a Twitter. Links are down below in the description. If you guys want to stay connected with me, that is awesome as well. And I also stream on Twitch, which is where I build most of this. So you can follow me on Twitch and definitely keep up with me while I'm streaming. So hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, bye-bye.